welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my blog. Again, this is teacher Jessica and this is the continuation of the lessons in 21st century literature class, but we're down already with lesson 2. So the title of our lesson 2 is about the representative text and authors from each region. So as we go on with our topic, we're gonna be dealing with, or the topics to be discussed for this lesson is about the literature of each region for Tagalog, Cebuano, Ilocano, Hiligaynon, and representative authors and famous authors from the different region. But we're just going to be focusing first on the first literary region, which is about Tagalog literature. So what is, or the essence of understanding the literature of each region? When we try to understand the literature of each region, we try to understand their styles, specific styles of the authors, the origin, the context, the famous works, and the famous writers, and what are the famous literary forms from those, different regions. So let's start with, as what I have told you, these are the literature of each region. So let's start with the Tagalog literature. So the geographical area of the Tagalog literature is more of cradled, nourished, and picked into fruition in the provinces of Southern Luzon, Central Luzon, and the present of the Metropolitan Manila or the National Capital Region. Another is that specifically for the Southern Tagalog, we do have the provinces of Cavite, Batangas, Laguna, Quezon, Aurora, Oriental Mindoro, Occidental Mindoro, Marinduque, Palawan, and some towns of Rizal provinces. So in Central Luzon, we do have the Nueva Ecija, Bataan, and Bulacan. While for the Metro Manila, I know you're very familiar with Metro Manila. We're in from the Manila, Quezon City, Pasay, Caloocan, Mandaluyong, Muntinlupa, Malabon, Navotas, Valenzuela, Pateros, and Taguig. And we do have also some parts of the provinces that are not originally Tagalog, but escape the onslaught of Tagalog language, which includes the Bicol region and Pampanga. So writers are from the following places. So the cradle of culture, or the culture of the Tagalog, is that this is the birthplace of a rich tradition of Philippine culture in language, politics, economy, and literature. The oldest university in the Philippines, which is about University of Santo Tomas, is also into this region. The first printing press was established in Manila, and the gave way to the publication of the first book, which is about the Doctrina Christiana, which is written in Spanish and the Tagalog version. So the Bible was also first translated into Tagalog in Barlaan and Josaphat in 1708 and 1712. Here, Passion was written in Tagalog by various writers like Gaspar Aquino, De Belen, and Father Mariano Pilapil. The literary tradition in Tagalog region especially has the outstanding in the field of oral literature, from the bugtong, proverbs, and the native song. The oral literature are always in poetic forms and usually 7-syllabic rhymes, so ancient in form and in perspective. So here, there is a rich and invigorating cultural matrix, and it is not surprising that the Tagalog region has the birthplace of historic men in the Philippine politics, culture, and literature, which includes the following famous writers: Francisco Balagtas, Jose Rizal, Andres Bonifacio, Apolinario Mabini, Hernandez, Recto, Francisco Abadilla, and De Castro. So it is not noticeable that such men are not only men of the history, but they have great role in the Philippine independence movement, but men of letters as well, because more of their topics into their writing is more of awakening the spirit of Filipinos for freedom. So that literary tradition, it is the pens of these men that shape the political consciousness of the Filipinos. So Balagtas have voiced out the first concept of nationhood in Philippine politics and literature in his epic Florante at Laura. And one or part of it The example of it's like, sa loob at labas ng bayan kong sawi, kaliluhay siyang nangyayaring hari, kagaling at bait ay nilulugami, ininis sa hukay ng pusa't bighati. So more of government and the society. So in and out of my miserable country, which is the English version, repression, doom in the grave of suffering and grief. So although Balagtas used Albania as an allegory, these epic poems of Balagtas had inspired a generation of young writers of the period, like Del Pilar, Jose Rizal, from the literary works of Noli Me Tangere, El Filibusterismo, and the propaganda movement in Europe. So while Rizal was living in a banishment in a far-flung town of Dapitan in Mindanao, we do have also Andres Bonifacio, who founded the Katipunan, and revolutionary organization that sought total independence from the Spanish yoke. So Bonifacio and Emilio Jacinto associated revolutionary struggle were men of letters, both writing nationalist essays and poems. So for Jacinto, liwanag at dilim. On the other hand, Bonifacio spoke the dimension for pag-ibig sa tinubuan lupa. And I know you're very familiar with this poem. Aling pag-ibig pa ang hihigit kaya sa pagkadalisay at pagkadakila, gaya ng pag-ibig sa tinubuan lupa, aling pag-ibig pa, wala na nga, wala. So for the Tagalog, this one has been bequeathed upon the national consciousness of the Filipinos all over the country. So Manila, being the center of the country in all aspects of national life of the Filipino, becomes the logical conduit of national consciousness. So at this period, Philippine subjugations by foreign dominations, more of literary tradition have also been nurtured. Here at the contemporary Philippine society, Tagalog literature is continuing its role upon by its historical development. Tagalog literature now more is given a new name, which is about the Philippine literature. So, as what I have told you, these are the famous writer for Tagalog literature. So, from Baltasar going to De Castro. So, there is a blending of elements of Spanish, American, and Filipino culture into the Tagalog literature. And there is a harmonious blending of the native and foreign elements. So this is an example of Filipino or Tagalog literature. So that would be all, everyone. For our next episode, we'll be dealing with Cebuanos literature. I hope you stay tuned to my channel, and again, comment down below for my students if you have clarifications and would want me to take another video of a certain topic that deals with this or other topics that deals with language. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye, everyone, and see you on my next episode. Bye bye. Stay safe, everyone.